Or, like, how do you search for it?
I don't know. It's on our
Real.
Facebook page.
It's on our Facebook page?
Yeah.
She probably doesn't even like our Facebook page. I feel so sad. She's like, what's your group's called again? Thanks, boy.
So we are live, guys. So
We're not starting
get quiet.
It's only 6:30.
Sorry, I'm just.
We're all shy right now.
I'm waiting for the intro music to come on before I start.
I'm just letting the nice, cool graphics play for a minute before I sit down.
Oh, so this
Because
is
they're
your,
cool.
This is our time to shine.
Yeah.
like every week. How's your day today?
It was busy. Like, over the past probably 2 weeks, I've started, like, I get everything a lot more now, so I'm starting to take on more. And just today, I got bombarded by emails with stuff. So I was just answering questions all day.
That's cool.
Got a bunch of stuff. But
Yeah, Mondays is like, for me, it's like meetings, like
yeah.
office meetings, like all the way up until like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And it's like, okay, now.
Mine are hit and miss. I'll either have a day, like, full of meetings, or either, like, nothing. Like, Wednesday, I have, like, back-to-back meetings almost all day. And then, like, today and tomorrow, I have, like, 3.
Hey, no sir. You need to calm it down.
Simmer down.
We're about to do a show, son.
I mean, we are doing a show. Kind of.
Where are you going?
He's like, I want to go out, so you can let me back in.
Yeah, it's just like my dog.
Here he comes back. There he is.
No, don't get on there. Come here.
Oh.
Don't get on the bed.
Shake the camera.
Hey, you're being annoying. Come here.
Do y'all have a fenced-in backyard?
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Nobody wants to hear you bark.
We have lost all of our viewers if they were watching.
What do you want, dude?
He's like, please put me on the bed. I'm too lazy to jump up on myself.
Alright. Pull up. I'll tell you like the exact link, but it's like YouTube/channel/whole bunch of things.
Live part 2.
You like that? I thought it was good. Oh my gosh, we're live.
Why can't I share it? Why can't... Maybe I have to hold it open. No. Huh. Just let me... Sure, copy all that.
Alright, so is it doing that weird thing? Doesn't seem like it.
Is it doing the, like, the zoom thing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't think it is. Just good.
Okay. Oh, right over there.
Yep.
It's still, like, really delayed. That's awesome.
Alright.
Okay. Am I in the frame? Am I in the frame? Yes.
Yes. Looking at your phone, playing Pokemon Go or something.
No.
He's going.
I'm working
He's going
and
for
playing
it.
at the same time.
Alright. Everybody be quiet for a sec. Check, check.
Check 1, 2. Check. Please. Yeah, boy.
Alright.
Straight from the underground. Straight out of Chester. Rubonic. Rap battle.
A little bit of interference, but no.
Well,
It's probably him.
yeah.
It's
Chewing on the
pass
bone.
interference. That's a football term, Joseph.
What is?
Pass
You get like a cool like Force Will sticker, Final Tail TCG, or a FOW Hub sticker.
No, oh, you know, it would be even cool. Well, it wouldn't work for live, but if you just did this a green, like a green screen, and then you could put
Whatever
on
we
the
want on there.
back of it, that would be awesome. That would be so cool.
I dig it.
I mean, I got some green spray paint at home. Maybe it'll work.
Any questions before we begin?
No, man, I'm all about that pug life, though. I saw a shirt like that the other day. I thought of you. Like, yep, that's definitely.
Well, so we had a basket of laundry sitting at the end of the bed that was clean, but I had other stuff, so I never looked in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally took and dumped that all out. It was Saturday before y'all came over, and I started washing all of it, and this was in there, and 10 other shirts that I forgot I had were in there. Like my Forcible Hub shirt was in there.
You're
I've
like,
been
oh my
looking
gosh,
for this.
I felt like I just went shopping.
For real. But I was really excited to get all those back.
Cool, man. Congratulations. Couldn't have no better guy.
It was a good day. I know, right? I just won the lottery.
Clothes lottery.
Close lottery. Going to town.
That he is.
I wonder if you can hear it a lot.
Are you messing with?
Hmm?
You're messing with the matter. I'm watching
No.
watching the 5 minute.
Yeah.
I was what did you? I'm on delay like the Olympics. Oh, the Olympics.
Yeah. Chicken.
So what's up with the new dude? Because I know
New
there was
dude?
yeah.
What new dude?
What's his name?
Ryan Lochte?
Yeah. Is he the one that tried to
No.
shoot somebody or
No.
rob somebody?
He said he got robbed.
It's one of.
He said he got robbed,
That's
but
what
he
it
was
is.
really a
Is that
drunk-
the same dude.
He's
Okay.
really a drunk jerk and tore down some stuff and then
Yeah.
tried to lie about it. Yep.
Then he got busted.
America.
And then he lost all of his endorsements. And now.
Well,
he's...
just Speedo right now.
Well, it's 2 of them. They said.
Oh,
too.
2 more?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
darn.
he should lose everything. He didn't win anything, did he?
Yeah, he's got gold
Got
medals.
gold.
So
Like
she's
part of the
gonna
relay.
Give them back,
I mean, he's no Michael Phelps, but
I mean, no one is.
except for Michael Phelps.
Right. Good point.
yeah. So somebody is. Is I guess what
One
Justin
person
is saying.
Yes.
Wow.
Or if he has a son with himself. Whew, watch out. Michael Phelps squared.
Stranger Things.
It'll be like he just
He'll be the
waits for
Gorgon.
fish. He'll be a what?
A Gorgon.
I don't know. All I know, if we're gonna talk about swimming, you gotta talk about Katie Ledecky and that 800.
Oh my gosh.
The 800 meter,
She
where
just blew everybody out.
at one point you could look at the screen and not know there was anybody else in that pool.
Right.
That's how far ahead of
She was.
of everybody.
I watched it. It was.
I watched the highlights. I came home and somebody was talking about it, and I just happened to catch the highlight just when it started, and I was like, oh my god.
Nah, I was over at Gwen's house
Set a
and we
new world
watched
record.
it live,
Yeah.
and it was just. We just stopped and we're like,
Yeah.
that just happened. We witnessed it. It was just. She almost lapped him.
Yeah. It was
Holy
ridiculous.
She won by 11 seconds. Everyone, the closest person was 11 seconds away or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
it was ridiculous.
I think my favorite story from the Olympics that I've seen so far, I don't remember the girl's name. She tried out for the hurdles and missed the team. She they took the first 6 people and she was the 7th or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And she ended up running the hurdles in some I guess runner-up bracket or something. She broke the world record for hurdles.
Oh wow.
But she wasn't on the team. It's y'all picked the wrong people.
Yeah.
It is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
They are who they thought they were. All right,
That's
are we
a
ready?
football.
Okay, yeah, let's.
Let's knock this 5-hour show out.
I think we can get it done about an hour and 15 minutes if we keep going.
Yeah, we'll just. Well, I was gonna say we could use Bonchan as a motivator,
I already had mine.
but Justin's already had it, so
I'm ahead of the game.
he's about to fall asleep halfway through the.
Well, I was. Yeah. That Takara Ramen that's up the street.
Mhm.
So that's where I wanted to go first, but apparently they're closed or something.
Yeah.
They had a note on the door, but were they ever open? Did you ever go there?
Never been there.
Have you ever heard of it?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking
He's
about.
not.
I'm just trying to add to the
What?
story. No. I haven't been there.
That dramatic voice. But no, because I was really excited. Because I was like, okay, ramen's not too bad, and it's good. But
I really like this tighter shot. Before we were a little wider on the last
Yeah.
one.
well, Christine was giving me
I like that
heck
little bit.
because I was fidgeting all the time, and I think this will stop me from fidgeting. So it'll be a plus.
Give him heck, Christine. Give him heck. All right, let's get started.
We weren't?
Everybody quiet.
Well, not the actual
Okay.
Bastion, quiet.
Quiet
Yeah.
on the set.
I apologize for any noise my dog makes. He's not usually here on Mondays, but he is today. He's been a couple times.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times on the
previous
podcast, yeah. He
Go ahead.
seems content right now, so...
one.
Wait 5 minutes.
Do you have any peanut butter? Just like smear it on there.
Oh, I didn't think that's where you're going with that.
What you do with your dog is none of our business here, George.
I wasn't talking about peanut butter, Justin was. I don't know. I don't know about pugs.
But you knew where it was going, though. I'm just saying. All about that pug life. I'm gonna get a pug.
You need to get a pug.
I told my wife I
You
want a
need to.
German Shepherd, but I might get a pug instead.
They're so much better.
They're just like lazy dogs, but they're fun as crap.
They're not lazy. You saw Lilith Saturday. She was
she
going
would-
ham.
I know,
running
but she would
around.
let you hold her for the rest of her life if you didn't.
Well,
put her
yeah.
down. I mean, you know what I mean?
I mean, would you not want to be held for the rest of your life?
Only if it was you.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And
I
on
got
that
you.
note, let's start the show. All right.
Okay.
Welcome to the Imperishable podcast, brought to you by FOW Hub and FinalTaleTCG.com. You're listening to episode number 29. Now, normally at the top of the show, I go through kind of the topics that we're going to do. I introduce Justin and Ruben. Of course, I'm George. But I just feel like nothing happened this week. There was like no big news that just nothing happened in Force of Will worth talking about.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I feel like we could just
we're just going to
stop
call it a
now.
show, yeah, right?
Let's talk about
We
Pokemon
appreciate
Go.
all the
Yeah.
Something else
comments.
that's going on.
Or we can talk about roller skating.
Roller
Could
skating.
talk
Yeah.
about roller skating.
It was an awesome time, you know, like Sunday nights, flat tires.
Yeah, I was waiting for the shop to open up too. I was like, you know what? That adds to my day. I missed my 7:30 meeting. Thank you very much.
And you're fine.
But in all seriousness, of course, we're going to talk about the Reflect Refrain ban. We've got the Italy and Philippines NGP results, some World's Championship information for that event at the end of September, some other FOW event results that are relevant, some FOW news bits, just some little things, tidbits here or there, and of course we've got the Lapis cluster spoilers.
Woo!
So, Reflect Refrain has been banhammered.
Finally, it's about
The
time.
bandwagon.
I'm actually disappointed. I didn't want that card banned at all.
I'm about to jump
Okay.
on the table.
You finally converted Justin last week.
Yeah.
And it happened.
To it.
I'm telling you, that's all we needed.
Well, I really think what it was, what got me, is that they were all the same decks. Like, that's what got me. They were all RR stealth. Because, like, yeah, before they had Alice World aggro, like, there was 3 or 4 different types. But this was literally RR stealth. And that was it. And it's like, okay, I'm tired of seeing RR
Instead of trying to beat it, they just copied it. And
Yep.
that's just the biggest thing.
People are lazy.
I mean, it's just. I'm happy. I think I shed a tear. I think it's a Sweet Baby Jesus. They banned it or something like that. But I'm excited that they banned this card, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the new meta, because seeing our like top 8, top 16, top 64
Yeah.
all the time is just.
Too much.
But it's nice. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. They don't have to ban any other card now. I'm happy.
So for the information, it is banned beginning September 1st, 2016. Currently, the banned format is New Frontiers. So it is still kind of remains to be seen if they're going to ban it in the Wanderer. Once the Lapis drops, obviously we get Wanderer League officially. And it hasn't been announced, but there is kind of a strong impression that it will be banned at that time.
I don't know, like,
It's too early to tell for the Wanderer. I would say.
I don't think they should ban it in Wonder, considering how long they've held off in the current format. Like, just let Wanderer do its thing, and I think the big thing is, especially with this, they needed to do it for like the AGPs and the really higher up competitions. Wanderer League, as of right now, I don't see it being like a really competitive thing. Down the road, yes. However, with only essentially 3 clusters, I think it's kind of hit or miss.
I think it's gonna be pretty competitive. Not off the gate, but if they really support Wanderer format, I anticipate it being more popular than the constructed. because everyone likes the old cards.
Yeah.
And if they do put like some kind of ban list together, I see its popularity growing from it.
Yeah.
It's just Wanderer format is fun. I mean, you know, the old clusters, all this stuff was great to play, but everyone did not like to play against Alice World and all that crap. And
yeah.
But that's what ruined it, because everyone's playing the same deck over and again. But I still think Wanderer format's gonna be really good.
I mean, do you see it kind of being something like Modern in
Yes.
Magic,
Yes.
where I mean, because Modern you've got your top 4 to 5 decks, and then on a competitive level, at least, that's what people are playing. So you kind of get back into that same kind of thing they're trying to avoid with New Frontiers moving forward.
Right.
But it's also a different format. So if you don't like that, then play New Frontiers.
Yeah, I think it's
you don't have to play it.
Which will help, I think, a whole lot, having different formats.
Yeah.
Especially if they can come out with something like EDH and you'll have SKL. Like, they need to take that idea and run with it. SKH. Same difference.
But yeah, it's just
they need something.
I think Wanderer format is just beginning. I think there's going to be probably 3 formats. One is going to be the constructed New Frontiers, then Wanderer, and then it's going to be what we call, like in Magic, is Legacy, the older stuff, because they're going to have to rotate it out because...
Well, that's what Wanderer would be, though.
Well, I know,
well, even beyond, though,
beyond
at some
it.
point. Yeah, he's talking like years down the road.
Okay. So, I didn't realize that Magic had... I thought when they did, what is it, Legacy?
Vintage, Legacy.
I thought that was like everything.
No, you've got Modern.
Have, like,
you've got Modern. Well, Vintage Legacy is everything.
Yeah.
But then Modern is only like 8 expansions back.
From 8th edition.
Oh yeah, okay. And then Standard is obviously the current couple blocks.
That makes more sense.
So kind of the same.
I mean, it's got 20 years under its belt.
Yeah.
You know, Force Will's got like not even a handful yet, but it's. I do see it. I think Valhalla won't see any kind of competitive play ever. But it will be really for like it'll be like something like you'll see special events that Force Will might do, like, hey, we're gonna do a Valhalla event, you know, just for special stuff. But it's not gonna
it's not gonna be in the U.S.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be anything like
that. The reason why, obviously, banning RR is not a new topic, especially I bet over at the Force Will headquarters. It's probably like one of those things that comes up every meeting. Well, what about RR? It's like, shut up, Tony.
It's Monday.
Shut it.
Don't bring it up.
It's
Go
like
get
those
some coffee.
3-panel comics of the dude. It's like, what should we ban today?
RR.
Alice World.
And he's like throwing out the window. Yeah. But so apparently, you know, they've been battling with this to ban it or not for a while. Probably since it came out. You know, they had the errata, which slowed it down slightly, very slightly. But they actually put a really good article over on the FOWTCG.com page that goes into the whole kind of process of what they did. But finally, why they reached a decision, I'm going to read this word for word. While the amount of decks using RR was high, much of it was because many players felt there was no other option. We want players to feel that they have fun with all sorts of rulers and decks, especially with how much work we put into the rulers of the Lapis cluster. Additionally, when creating a new deck, we didn't want a player's first thought to be how to counter RR.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what we talked about. We said no one wants to play another ruler because RR is the best.
Yeah.
So why play it?
Now, this is my opinion on it. I wish they would have, I think the RR ban was coming anyways, but I wish they would have waited. Like, it was the perfect time to see what the Lapis Cluster rulers did, and then see if players naturally gravitated towards them with the new abilities, with the mana, the energize, any of those abilities that they have, and then they just, these are just better than RR, rather than forcing their hand. Right now, you have no choice.
Yeah.
And then, if it was still a problem before the next season began, because, you know, people are going to run events, you're going to see, they're going to monitor, the next AGP season comes up, then you ban it.
Yeah.
Because right now they're in that lull where there's not... I mean, the World, you're playing Lapis Cluster anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not going to see it there. I thought it was a good time to kind of let the game kind of naturally evolve, see where it went. And then if it still was dominating the meta, then you ban it. Then you said, okay, we tried. We put out these 10 new rulers.
Yeah.
We gave you a bunch of new stuff. You're still going back to the old RR. Fine, we're going to take it from you.
Well, I think the biggest thing was... literally everyone in the community was like, hey, why is this card not banned? Like, you know, it's just destroying everything and making everything toxic. And I get what you're saying, like, wait to see if it did, but I think what it is they got to a point where... So, RR came out in TTW, so they had Moonlight Savior come out after that, and they're like, oh, this is going to fix Reflect Refrain. Didn't fix Then they had Battle for Adarashio. This is gonna fix Reflect Refrain. Didn't fix it. I think they got to a point where they're like, that's what 8 rule or no, not 8. That's 10 new rulers that essentially nobody used. So those are like wasted cards that they spent a lot of time and R&D into. And I think they're like, well
10,
let's not waste our money.
14 if you count the TTW ones.
Actually, yeah, 14. So I think they were just like, we don't want to get burned by that again. So I think where they did it was a good idea.
See, I disagree with George on this. I think for the game itself, RR need to be banned because they wanted to reboot Lapis. They want to reboot the game and do all this kind of stuff. Adding a ruler that is just so toxic and keeping it in play, it's just going to hurt all the mechanics. Regardless if you have Energize and all that cool stuff, RR is still the best ruler out there. I don't care what anybody says. All those guys, you get an extra thing? Fine. Well, guess what? I can look at 2 cards, whatever,
Well, what makes it even worse is with the new ruling on the J rulers, where when you kill them and they flip back, like that, he would still get all of his abilities, so it's like, okay, whatever. I'm still going to be able to do everything I need to do. And
I agree with you saying that, they had to get rid of it. And I've always, had the mindset that RR is just, it's so good that everything else is just mediocre. I mean, really you lucky this guy got in the top 8 or in the top 4, but RR itself is just so powerful. And them banning it right before Lapis Cluster drops is brilliant. Because people were, I didn't want to play because RR, people are quitting the game because of it. Because who wants to go into a tournament and play against RR Stealth or RR Necrolands or RR Knights or RR this?
And especially when you do the tournaments and there's like 200 people and you play 8 of the same deck.
Right.
It gets really tedious and it's like, by the time you get halfway through, you're just burnt out.
Right. And you're like, oh, I'm playing this deck. Okay, great. Yeah. I want to see something like when I was playing that tournament in Pittsburgh because everyone's playing or Charlotte when I was one of the ones. They're like, oh, you're playing Machina. I was like, oh yeah, because no one's they're also used to seeing RR or like Alice World and stuff. So it'd be great for the game. I think it's gonna like re-energize people to get excited again.
Re-energize people.
Yeah, honestly, I think probably the new Astral Ruler rule going away. I think is probably the biggest thing that they finally said. Yeah. They'd be even more broken at that point. So,
well, I'm still interested to see how that works out in the whole setup because that's kind of weird. I think to do that.
I like it.
I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I still think it's kind of odd. It's like, okay, I'm gonna kill your ruler, but you can still use the abilities. I don't know.
It doesn't make Moonbeam as powerful as it once was, which is good because Moonbeam destroys basically nothing, chases Only thing that helps is the Wind
Refuge.
Like
Valentina.
You play Wind Secluded Refuge and
I know,
whatever.
but what I'm saying is that Moonbeam was a powerful card.
Yeah.
It was supposed to stop RR, right? That was the main purpose. But the card is just so powerful that if you do the Astral Ruler, rule now, it kind of just like balances the card out more.
Yeah.
Which is
good.
I see that.
Another interesting side note with the ban of RR is that promos that just came out were Reflect Refrain.
I think that's awesome because these people that paid $700-800 for these cards, it's like, okay, yeah, you just paid. They're still going to be rare. Don't get me wrong, but you just paid for something you're never going to be able to play.
Well, the other interesting point is one of them, I think it might have been Stephanie Shaw, said there were supposed to be 100 printed. So I don't know if that meant there were already 100 printed or just in the lifespan of the promo.
I'm pretty sure
there was going to be 100 printed.
Yeah.
But if there was already 100 printed,
I would take it. I mean, but
it drops in value though.
Yeah,
but there's not one like it.
There's 100 like it.
There's 100 like it.
Okay, but you can get 100 of the other cards all the time.
No, you can't. Think of the acrylic cards that they made.
Cards.
The regular acrylics are like 100, 150. The gold.
I didn't mean like just the acrylics. I'm talking about just any ruler in general.
I'm saying though, but with the acrylics, you see where their value's at. Anything like for just a regular promo card at that point, they're going to be less than that.
Yeah.
And if they aren't, then I don't know what's wrong with people because I don't understand that. But that's a whole different level.
Well, I mean, even then, you got to think the Booty Cat. That thing flooded the market at one point, and they're still $94, $95, and you can't even play them right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I think they dropped maybe to like 75, 80, but
I think the promo card is still going to be a couple $100 value. even when that thing is.
Well, that's if they give it out now. Now
they,
there might only be like
they
5.
might change it. Yeah, if there's only 5, then I can see it still being really high up there. But
one of the things I think was interesting, and Ruben, you probably want to check on this, but somebody did ask, hey, I judged Dallas. Do I get one of these promos? And basically the answer was to contact the TO to see if you qualified. So you may want to follow up on that, Ruben.
Get one
if you judged an AGP, you might be. So if anybody out there judged, you might be eligible to get one.
I thought it was like going forward. That's
I don't know. The answer.
I mean, you can still.
The answer by Stephanie Shaw was contact your TO, which in this case would be Robert Herbert. Rob. Go contact Rob from Cyberlord Games, and all you can do is say no. I mean, you still don't have one. So
you send an email and you might get $600.
No, he'll be like.
I mean, somebody also told me I could sign up multiple times for an AGP and. That didn't happen.
Yeah, that's true. They're like, wait, you're on here a few times. You're like, you didn't stop me.
Yeah.
That was messed up.
But the funny thing is,
we almost had it.
We tried. We were so close.
But you know what? After I heard about the ban, it made me want to make an SKH deck with RR.
Ooh, you can do that.
Yeah.
You could do that. I mean, if you want to do that.
I am.
RR is not banned in SKH. There you go. All you
RR
RR
one
lovers.
orb to work with.
All your. Hey. One orb's better than no orbs. Okay. All right. So that's our ban. Obviously, it's going to affect the game in ways that we don't even know yet.
Oh, we know already. We'll wait.
I mean, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what ruler or rulers fills that void.
I'm excited.
Who's going to be the next?
I'm excited because I don't right now. Matt Cosmer is going to have to give someone a steak dinner because a ruler other than
I'm sure that's
not even now.
Yeah. Plus, it was just this season, so he can always go next season.
Yeah.
You have to win with
you have to
Allison
win with
F. Hilling.
Yeah. And get away with it. Right?
Win an AGP with Allison.
No, you have to win. No, I got it. You have to win with a Memorial ruler. Nobody's gonna play that.
No,
I mean, Arla's not.
You have to win at least.
But once you
one round.
once you get Astral, though, it's like, oh well. Because there's nothing on the front side. Nobody's going to play the Memorial Rulers unless, I don't know, unless you feel spicy.
Believe in it.
I don't know, you might be.
Because if it dies.
I mean, Arla's.
No, Arla's great. But if it dies.
That ability.
I mean.
Might be worth it.
It might be worth it. Yeah. Especially maybe if you're on the play or something and you just want to get that combo off pretty quickly. Or
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just super excited about
Bruin.
Memoria Melgus is going to come back.
I don't understand that. Why did they make Melgus Shion?
All right.
Doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Well, moving on. We're going to talk about some NGP results. We had Italy, which took place in Castel San Pietro, Terme, in Bologna. Can't talk today.
Bologna, Italy.
Bologna, Italy. It's actually where my fraternity was founded, so I should be able to say it. But I can't talk because I'm under the weather. They had 268 players,
That's a lot of people.
that is a lot of people. How many rounds is that, Ruben?
How many players?
268.
Should be 8.
At least 8 or 9, yeah.
No.
So 8 or 9 rounds.
Dang,
so literally off there all day.
Yeah.
That was bigger than Texas, wasn't it? Texas was.
Yeah, Texas was 250, I think.
Yeah.
250 something. The top 5 coming in probably for the last time ever, weighing in at 0 pounds because it's a card. Reflect Refrain had 155 of 268 decks, which gave it a percentage of 57.83%. They even break it down further into 63 aggro, 37 control, 34 knights, and 21 stealth. Are we surprised at the stealth being so low compared to aggro and knights? Which,
not at all. The Italians have been shown to be playing different variations of the deck.
Well, the Italians are the ones that apparently came up with this stuff.
There's still like 155, and they're all the same archetypes.
But ours still the
four
best
you
ruler.
can't say they're unique.
No, I'm talking about that stealth wasn't like the highest, what do you call it? Archetype that they play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Not
Italians,
our.
I mean, the Italians do love their aggro. You'll see many top 8 decks we've seen have lots of different aggro. Before the Alice block, they played a lot of blue-red aggro as well with Gerdas and such.
I don't like Gerda. I played it once.
Gerda's won me some games. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know.
And then And then the next ruler will make Ruben happy was Machina, the Machine Lord, with 23 decks at 8.58% showing. And then we had Xion next at 23 as well. Get there, Xion, 8.58. I told you she was going to come back.
Yep.
Valentina 2.0 at 16 decks at a 5.9% showing. And then Gil Lapis was the next double digits at 12 with a 4.48%. And then you had many different ones: Sylvia, Dark Alice, Rezard, Kaguya 3.0, Blazer, Melgus, Flame Lord, Yggdrasil, Allosaurus, Fairy Alice, Memoria Arla, Memoria Rezard, Valentina 1.0, and that's all your rulers.
I'm really surprised there's not more Dark Alice.
They haven't found the right pilot yet.
I mean, I guess that's true. You know you're gonna have to open that in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All right. Sorry about that.
Who let the dogs out?
Me, apparently.
Oh no,
You
dogs
are
are back.
Jerk face.
I told you he was gonna come right back.
You're a jerk face. What?
Hit him in the face.
It's gonna hit you in the face. For a smart dog, you're not very bright. How you doing, buddy?
Like I'm smart.
So
I don't illuminate.
The winner was okay.
And then what was really cool is they also gave us a card breakdown, which I thought, no.
And
I would
that's really
I'd
cool.
love to see
Yeah.
more of this in the U.S. scene, but maybe next season.
Well,
We'll revamp the stats.
I cannot imagine how long it took to do this. Like, because if you think, what they need to do is have.
Well, you get all the deck lists.
Yeah, handwritten.
Yeah.
So you'd have to type them all in or like count the
Italians
cards.
are hardcore, man.
Well, what they.
And
What
268 of them at that.
True. What they need to invest in is a digital that you can input. Not, you type it up and then print it out, but like an actual legit digital version.
On and
yeah, and you
change
can
it up
submit your
until
deck
10 a.m.
that way.
Like a kiosk.
That'd be cool.
Everybody has cell phones.
Yeah.
There should be nothing that would stop people.
I mean, that'd be cool. Like 9:55 it cuts off or something.
Yeah, or something that way. That would be really cool. Save a lot of money from paper.
Yeah.
And
Save some
would make them do
Yggdrasils.
this.
Save some Yggdrasils.
Yeah, exactly.
But so we have the top 10 cards. Number one is no surprise is Leviatine, the Demon Sword. 211 decks out of 268 ran it, which is a 78.
Makes sense.
0.73% showing. Next up was Black Moonbeam with 191 decks running it for 71.27% showing. Number three was Change the Worlds, which had 144 decks, which makes sense if you have 155 Reflect Refrains. What are you doing, 11 other players?
Yeah, I was about to say, how do
There you
you...
go.
No, even aggro, you still
Not
run
necessarily.
orbs.
Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. I didn't run any orbs when I was doing some aggro stuff with it. I had them in my
I
side.
ran them in mine, and I was like, these saved me so much.
No surprise, Wind Secluded Refuge comes in at number 4 with also 144. 141
I'm surprised that was
showing.
higher.
Horn of Sacred Beast came in at 122 at number 5. Is that a little surprising, or with all the hand disruption?
I don't know. I feel like
The
with
horn.
all the other regalia they have, like Marybell, like I get Horn is good for doing, but like Marybell, you can destroy another regalia. With everybody running the Ruler's Memoria, there we go, and they have to have a regalia. I feel like Marybell would be better. Like,
Well, it is,
I get
but
why
the horn's purpose mainly in those games is against the mirror,
yeah.
so you can
Yes, that's
reshuffle.
true. Yeah.
Next up, with a coming back, don't call it a comeback, Hera, Goddess of Jealousy, 112. She kind of fell off the map for a little while, but she's kind of
Shady's back.
risen in popularity. Then Artemis, the God's Bow, at 104 decks at number 8. That's a little
you
bit of a
missed number
surprise.
7.
Oh, I did miss number 7.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah,
Moving
that card,
on,
that
number
card's
9.
awful. Who plays that card? Number 7, Space Time Anomaly at 107. And then tied for 9th was Guinevere, the Jealous Queen,
really?
at 95.
So good.
And
just 'cause of Knights, I
Precia, the
guess.
Pursuant of Exploding Flame, also at 95 decks. I kind of like this card. I really like this card breakdown. I don't know what it
I
tells
think
us,
it's really
but
cool.
it's just cool. We're getting deep
Good
into
job.
the
Because
meta.
see,
It'll-
now what
Getting
you do
deep
is you
into the
just
meta.
take all those cards that are there, and that's your deck. You're running a bunch of stuff with one rule, with one or 2 resonators.
So
3 resonators.
resonators.
Cannot
And we're going commercial break.
But what's really interesting is that only 21 stealth decks were in the field, and 4 of them made the top 8.
Imagine that.
So you had 4 RR stealth decks. You had 1 Valentina 2.0 old school Regalia deck. Get there. And then the rest were R decks. You had 2 Necrolances and 1 4 Sacred Beasts. And then the winner was Federico Zappini over Giordano Melucchi?
Sure.
Melucchi? I don't know. Giordano. And they were playing RR Stealth. So I guess RR Stealth won. No surprise, Val won. No, I'm just kidding. Out of nowhere. That'd be funny.
Well, congratulations to,
Federico.
Yeah.
And he actually won
268 players, and he's ran a deck that's been doing really well. And, I mean, out of 268
And he won the one in spring, apparently, too. So this is his second topping of Italy event. So good job, player. Federico. You're like the Italian Zach Tufford.
I would like to know what he ran in the springtime, just to see if it was another deck that everyone else is.
I'm gonna bet wasn't stealth. I'm gonna bet it wasn't stealth.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't stealth.
Since I don't think those cards are out yet.
Yeah, no.
And then we had the Philippines results. Only a slightly smaller showing. 28 players. The top 8 were 4 Yggdrasil decks that were very interesting. They were basically a amalgamation of 4 Sacred Beasts, Seraph Wing or Celestial Wing Seraph Control, and Stealth, with of course the Alice backing. The deck looks insane. We had kind of a big show. I'd want to talk about it a little bit more, but I'm going to put this deck together. This
Which
deck
one?
looks the Yggdrasil deck. It's
I
like
mean,
it's
3
like
of
4
them.
different win conditions.
Or is that-
no, they all played the same shell.
So they all played 4 Sacred Beasts, Celestial Wing Seraph,
And Stealth, and
In one
Alice in one deck. It is ridiculous. And they're basically, whatever you get to first, win. They just, dude.
That's the first thing you ever taught me, have multiple win conditions.
Well, we probably won't go into
I
it.
guess that works.
We may not get into it too deeply, but if you go to the website after the podcast, I post the links and the Reddit link to where one of the guys the guy that came in second, that played the Yggdrasil deck. Oh, watch the.
Is he humping?
Well, no, but he's gonna hit the thing, so just ignore him. Bastion, no.
That was juicy.
So he put up a.
Hey,
Dude. No.
we can cut that out.
Yeah. I'll cut that out. Lay down. Lay down, dude. You're
sleep.
being a douche. Lay down.
Let's fall off bed.
Anyway, so back. So he put up a nice article up on Reddit all about the AGP and especially going into the deck and the win cons for the deck and how it played against. It was supposedly made to play against the meta, against stealth decks and aggro, and so
Good for him.
go read it.
Yeah.
Go read it. The link will be over on FOWHub.com. The episode number 29 of the Imperishable podcast. I suggest you guys read it too because it's really good. I really want to put it together.
So we want you to know, boys and girls, is this guy built a deck to beat the meta, and what happened? He came close. He came close, right? Still came close.
He's just the first loser.
And then the other 4 decks were another Valentina 2.0, 1 Shion, 1 Reflect Refrain Knights, and 1 Primogenitor 12 Apostles.
Ooh.
And Primogenitor 12 Apostles came out on top of one of the Yggdrasil decks. So congratulations. I don't have the name of the Primogenitor player, but congratulations. And hey, even if you got an unpaid invite, you're in the Philippines, so it's not that far. Better than anybody got one in Rhode Island. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying. All right. So that the AGP Rhode Island that we were just talking about was the last U.S. one. Seems we have still a few little NGPs finishing up. We had Italy, we had Philippines, but that brings us to Worlds, which again is happening at the end of September. But just some interesting things that somebody posted on Facebook about the format and stuff. So it is going to be Lapis Cluster constructed, which means nothing from Alice block.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
So I wonder if they're going to use the starter decks, because technically that is Lapis Cluster.
That is Lapis Cluster. You could get it. So I think what I read is they're all getting a playset of the Curse of the Frozen Casket. So I don't know if they will get the starter decks, but the starter decks are released beforehand.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
I would just go out and buy them
they
and then take them
could
with me.
use those cards as long as it's Lapis Cluster. It is legal. It's still the same rules: deck of 40 cards minimum, and a Magic Stone deck of 10 cards, 10 to 20 cards. Observing the standard construction deck rules, which of course is no more than 4 of any one card, 1 ruler, so on and so forth.
I want somebody to just go with one of the starter decks, and they don't
Just
modify it. They win with the starter deck.
Swarming Elves.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
that would be awesome.
You know what? That's viable. That Elves deck
It
is very viable.
Yeah. The more you see these just pre-constructed decks, they're amazing.
And then the format will be the normal Swiss rounds based on overall number of competitors. At the end of day 1 Swiss rounds, only the top 8 players advance to day 2 single elimination playoff. We also got a list of the head judges. So, of course, Lorenzo from Italy is your head judge. Then your floor judges are Stephanie Shaw from the United States, Derek Paul from the United States, Chia Sang Lang from Singapore, Christian Ted Cesaro from Italy, Jason Sim from Malaysia, and William Yo from Australia. And then another thing about Worlds that I thought was interesting is there was a thread in the Facebook page where several qualifying players who are going to be attending Worlds were discussing not getting the Lapis card list yet. They said last year that they had the Alice list 1 month beforehand. And in 2014, it was 3 weeks before event. So what do we think about them getting... So obviously, they're probably at some point
it's
going to get the full list.
End of September,
But they need to prepare.
How many weeks do they need? What do they
It's
need,
Worlds,
a month
man.
to figure out what they're going to play?
They need the Eye of the Tiger. That doesn't come in 1 week. You got to train.
These are the
you
best.
got to montage,
These are the
dude.
best of the best
They have to
players.
have enough time to montage.
They should literally be able to get these cards and build something immediately. Because if they can't, they shouldn't be there.
I mean, I want it to be sealed, so you're talking to the wrong guy.
yeah.
I want them to not know these cards. I would rather no spoilers happen. They went to
Yeah.
Worlds. They're seeing these cards for the first time. You got to build a deck
Yeah.
and get good.
I mean, if you're claiming to win these tournaments, don't win with a net deck. Come on.
I mean, they've already... When was the first
to be fair,
spoilers?
these are the guys that make the net decks.
well, that's
and
what
everybody
I'm saying.
copies them. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few people that...
I mean, they knew that they were going to get Lapis Cluster, for the Worlds. I mean, that was something everyone knew, right?
Yeah.
So, spoilers started coming out early August, right?
Yeah.
So you have more than just 3 weeks. I don't want to hear that.
Well,
By the time you start seeing these cards, you look, this card looks good, this card looks good, just write it down.
But you haven't
let's
seen
tweak
all
it.
of them, though. So
I know.
it's hard to build a deck. I was looking at it yesterday. I was starting to build a 0 deck. And I was like, well, there's 5 light cards. Okay, I can't do anything with that. So I stopped.
But, you just wait.
So, but that's their point. Is they need time to test and play test and prepare.
No, they don't.
This is what they're saying. That's how you get good.
Well,
You play test, you prepare.
I mean, Magic's doing just fine with doing 3 weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks. Yeah.
So they'll be fine.
I don't know. I think they have plenty of time. I think they're just complaining to complain.
And for the record, Magic the
I still like
Gathering,
sealed. So.
They don't do spoilers like Force of Will does. Force of Will does it twice a week. Magic does it once a week. It was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's it happens an hour, and then 3 hours later, there's another card. And,
They do one card at a time.
Yeah.
No, it's a.
Okay.
It's little. It's not,
Here's your Sunday card.
That's intense.
no, but they don't release it all at once. It's
Yeah.
Anyways, there were a couple other Force of Will events that happened over the weekend that I thought were worth mentioning. Apparently, there was a Wanderer League event held in New Jersey. That it was only 6 people, but apparently some of the high-profile players, a couple high-profile players played. But the more interesting part I thought of this was the ban list that they used, which was actually vetted by Stephanie Shaw and somebody else. So we had our first judge ban list for Wanderer League. And I just want to discuss kind of the cards. So the ban list was only 4 or 5 cards. It was Reflect Refrain, Leviatine, Seer the Blue Moon, Kaguya 1.0, and Whispers from the Abyss.
That's
Seer?
so random. I mean, I guess because of all the stealth
Rocco
stuff
Shark.
that's out.
So who's
Stealth.
I mean, that's that. Seer
I don't agree with Levitine. That
I
should
agree.
not be on the ban
With with Seer the Blue Moon, you could possibly turn 3 win with Rocco Shark.
Okay, let's see it happen first, and then we
let it be a problem.
Yeah.
See, this is what I think Force of Will wanted to not have happen is they put out these ban lists just all willy-nilly, and you don't know if that's going to be a good deck. Yeah, it has the potential to be in your head, but how many times have you been like, oh, that's an awesome combination, and then you play it and it never happens?
Right.
Like, that happens all the time. Like, they should not have ban lists.
Well, technically, you could also play Melder or Rizza, one of them two.
Rizza?
For one, and then, like, flip.
I mean, yeah, but, okay, you play it for one or you play it for two. Like, it's not the biggest difference. Like, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
I think they need to let it be a problem. Like, most of the times, yeah, you should be proactive about this kind of stuff. However, I think with ban lists, you need to be reactive. You shouldn't just ban stuff with just being like, oh, I don't like
this
that
was,
card,
I mean, again, this wasn't officially a ban list.
Yeah.
It's more
well, no,
suggested. But,
yeah.
but I'm sure the judges could have some impact on it. They could probably,
the
their
community's going to have more of an impact than judges.
If I was Force of Will, I would, because these are the judges, they're the ones that know the rules better, they know the interactions, what they've seen
that's debatable.
over the
That's
AGPs.
real debatable.
I'm talking about the level 1s, not the
level
zeros.
I disagree. Just because they know the rules doesn't mean that they play the game like the pros play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
but when you talk to the community, 90% of the community isn't pros. So they're going to have more say than...
10% is.
But they're going to have more say than
Which is
judges.
No, the community's going to have more say than
There's
judges.
5. There's 5.
4.
5.
But, there's a 6-player event. They did their own band thing. That's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong having a local thing. Maybe
I'm not even,
locally they
I don't even care if that's local. I'm
Yeah.
just talking, this is the beginning. This is a judge ban list. So I'm just saying, let's just talk more about it. It's 6 people. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it's more the Wanderer League, and they said they're going to make it. There's going to be a ban list in Wanderer. They've already said that.
Yeah, Morgiana's going to be one of the cards.
But even then, when the judges said Morgiana without the Reflect Refrain stuff, it's
not that.
Yeah, but if it's banned, then you don't have to worry about it. But if ours not banned in Wanderer, you need to ban Morgiana.
I mean, but ours banned in Standard. It's going to be banned.
It's going to be banned in Wanderer.
Yeah.
That's a
pretty
given.
much. So all my nice AGP promo orbs
gone down the drain. I saw everybody was like, "Yeah, selling orbs. Buy them quick, hurry, please." Oh God, I don't want to lose money.
Like
on
Alex
these.
Landon, he grilled his.
I just thought that was weird.
That's
But
excessive.
hey, man,
Come on.
it's your card.
I
Do
mean,
with
some
do
people
with
got
what you
money,
want.
right?
Clean the grill first
Yeah.
before you grill it, okay? Just saying.
I would have
Right.
made.
Well, that's it. So this is kind of a first kind of peek into, and I mean, I've heard, other people have been doing Wanderer. I mean, really, it's Grim.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that was the main thing that Stephanie Shaw said, was that this differed from New Frontier / Grim Plus, whatever you want to call it, because it had the ban list. Like, other people are playing full New Frontiers and not playing Alice Block, but the ban list, I think, is what separates this event from some other ones. And so it's just kind of a first look at what may or may not be. I mean, is there any other, we said Morgiana, is there any other cards we think that should be on the ban list or could see? I don't think it's going to be a very big ban list. We talked about this before. I think it's going to be 5 to 10 cards max.
I don't think it's going to be the 10 card.
I mean, obviously it's going to be Baja. It's going to be
Whispers in the Abyss is
Cthulhu.
going to be gone.
it literally needs to just be reflector
It's going to be
frame.
split.
Give it 3 months, and then worry about it. Like they.
Yeah, you don't need.
Like there's no reason to even think about a ban list to begin with, because you don't know. Like these are.
Well, no, there's proven broken combos you can do.
But
like
with
Whispers from
RR
the
is
Abyss.
this
Well,
catalyst,
that's
yeah.
the thing though.
Well, no,
but,
Whispers
like,
from the Abyss and Tree.
Okay.
Now that you got you got Alice, and then you got the big wolf that comes out, and
yeah, but there are ways to get around that. There's like 4 or 5 ways to just
but not on my
attack your
turn
opponent.
2.
That new Thunder. Yeah, okay, you kill yourself. Yep, okay, GG.
Game 2. Just.
Well, no, because it would go to. Oh no, it doesn't. No,
Yeah.
it could.
It doesn't. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. The only thing that should ban is reflector frame.
Yeah,
They need to test it. Like,
yeah.
They've already done it.
Well, if it's Force of Will doing the testing, these are from the same people that gave us reflector frame to begin with. So they need to let other people test it.
Here's what I have. I still don't understand. They knew how powerful reflector frame was when it first came out. Didn't they eradicate it maybe a week or 2 later?
Yeah.
And then it took months for us
Yeah.
to lose the card. So it's just they knew.
Yeah,
they knew. But whatever.
They were just waiting.
They waited for lapses.
They were just hoping that one of the clusters would take care of it, and
It did.
it didn't. Yeah.
We have 3 people watching. I'm pretty sure it's us, Christian, and Christine.
That's fine.
I know it's Christine.
There was like 30, but
She's gonna text me and be like, I stopped watching like 20 minutes.
Yeah, she's like, I'm playing other things.
We should get to the spoilers because that's the important part.
Then we had a New York City event with 30 people that had the Reflect Refrain ban in place. And just talk about the top 8 real quick. Saw Rezard Kaguya Bunnies, which made top 4. Told you bunnies. Once Reflect's out, bunnies are going to come play. Blazer, Lapis, Precia, Lapis, Lapis, Machina.
Yeah.
So that's your first little look into a post-RR world.
I'm excited about that. I like that.
Do we think Lapis is the next big baddie? He was
Already
supposed to
did.
make that
Already
splash.
Oh, yeah.
The Dark Alice.
He was going to make that
So
splash,
nobody's playing him right.
and then nobody played him.
Her right.
Ah, see, that's why!
Then we've got Force of Will news bits. We have the announcements officially of the Force of Will Battle Simulator, which is your Force of Will Online for another term for it. But we got some screenshots. We got that it will be after Worlds, and that all Force of Will cards from September onward will be available for free.
That's brilliant.
You have deck construction and editing. All cards in the included sets will be available to you from the start, so you can build whatever you want. Free to customize your deck names, deck boxes, names, have as many decks as you wish. And they show kind of the starter decks in there over at FAWTCG.com. Then they show kind of a deck layout, which is kind of cool. You have your different cards. They show you different stats, your colors, probably your amount of will in each attribute. You have a search option where you can look up cards by different filters. It's going to also be available not only in English but Japanese as well, so you can play against players from all over the world.
So put my card in Japanese.
And then they are going to have a kind of a stamp emoji type system, so you can kind of communicate, kind of bridge that language barrier.
Or they could just have a chat.
Except that you're speaking Japanese, I'm speaking English.
I can understand it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're not as educated. How is that my problem? Learn Japanese. Come on.
That's so funny.
And so you can play solo, but you can also play match play, complete with sideboard changes in between each round. Many of the checks and passing of phases will be included, as well as shortcuts, like shortcut double-click commands for resting a stone, passing priority. If you look at they actually show you the game field, the battlefield, and your ruler in the right place, which nobody ever does. Your stone deck, your cards, but then you also see you have your phases shown. You've got your draw phase, your recovery phase. They have a little Force of Will seal for your. That Bonchon's hitting. I see it.
It is.
The Force of Will seal for your spells, and then cross swords for battle, and then your.
So if you don't know how to play the game, play the Battle Simulator. You'll learn.
It'll
real
teach
quick.
you. It'll
Anything
teach you
else
real quick.
It'd be good. We should go to the spoilers now.
I kind of like the little. Did you see the little red
I missed that.
avatar? I don't know what that is, but then the other thing is that we'll also interact with the willpower system, which will allow players to get special variants of cards by using the willpower system. So that's kind of cool as well. So all that hasn't been collected for naught.
I got a question about that, though. With the Battle Simulator, I think it's a great concept. Great job, Force of Will. We needed it. We need online. But how are they going to make money off of this?
Because you buy the packs, and then you get the points, and then you spend the points for stuff in game, like he just said.
I know, but just like,
paying attention.
Like I'm saying, it's just initially, it seems really, really good, even if you don't get packs.
It boosts up card sales, or pack sales, because that's what Pokemon does. The whole Pokemon Online is completely free.
Oh, is it?
Not only that, it helps
I take
players
that back.
learn the game better.
It is not completely free. The whole Battle Simulator and everything is free. However, they don't give you any cards. The only way to get cards is to buy the packs.
Well, here you get all the cards.
Yes, for now.
For now, yeah.
However, I fully expect
The next set
or next cluster possibly. That's when you're gonna start having to buy the packs online, which like they do.
Which I agree with, but they're not ready to do that yet because they need to get their event thing on lockdown like perfect. Their software needs to be like perfect and everything because right now you can't hold events online right now if they can't.
Well, it's not even out yet.
You know what I mean? But there's
let it come out first and then give it a month. There will be so much feedback from people playing it and everything that they'll be able to do the constant updates to it. Because I guarantee you, this isn't one dude sitting in his mom's basement. Okay, I get one code. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. This is a team of professionals that know what they're doing, and they're gonna be making probably for the first month. They're probably gonna do every few days. There's gonna be an update. It's not gonna be we'll wait a month and then we'll ban Reflect. I mean, update the cards.
What I could actually see is keeping the base game free and then doing something like a tournament model, which MTGO does, which is Magic the Gathering Online. You can enter in different tournaments. You have to pay to enter.
Yeah.
Then you get prizes and special promo cards. I'd rather see them do that, where they keep the base game free, because I think the other thing we're thinking, it's a deck tester, and they've said that.
Yeah.
It is a deck tester.
Yeah.
So it may become something else later on, but it's really there for you to play, test your decks, and then maybe also test your decks against other people.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't have.
Excited about this.
That's why they don't have multiplayer. They don't have some of these other things, is because they've said that it's not what it is yet, but it may become other things. And if it does, I would rather see them charge for those things. Like I would play it in tournament online. I did it when I wasn't have anybody to play Magic with. I played Magic tournaments online because it was fun. You know, you get some cards, some special promo. They usually give you one different type of promo card, and then you play and you get prizes in the game.
Yeah.
I would rather them go that route than charge for the base game.
Yeah,
they may, but
and
that's
they
what
said
I'd
the
rather
build
do.
points, the promos, they're gonna get live cards, right?
They'll probably be in game.
Oh, I'd rather just get the real cards. Send them to
Well, it'll be both. I mean, obviously you'll get your willpower promos at the end, and then but then your points are dead. But now they're giving you an option to then use the points to also get stuff in the game. So it's actually a bonus.
So the points you use right now have to be done by the end of August.
August 31st.
And then the other stuff you get now is going to be
like 10 days.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
I haven't done any of mine.
I haven't done it either.
I have 7 points. I'm like, oh my god, it's too many points.
And how many do you need to get VIP?
Like
600.
600, yeah.
I'm exactly at 600. That's how I know.
Spoilers?
All right. Then some Force of Will news. Lapis Cluster starter decks have been moved up a week to September 9th, so they're going to release the same time as Curse of the Frozen Casket.
Back a week. They were going to come out September 1st.
2nd, but yeah.
It was September 1st at 11:59 p.m. I had it on good sources.
Certainly. Stephanie Shaw mentions that they're going to be revamping the Judge program next season.
Maybe they won't include Valhalla when they take the test.
There'll be an announcement made after Worlds. And there's currently 5 level 1 judges, so hopefully we'll get more judges, because 5 for the entire U.S., Canada, Mexico.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot.
It's kind of bad. To be blatant. Blunt. Not blatant.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing with me is the judge program, personally. There's some work that needs to be done naturally, but I have faith that they're going to fix it. I mean, just follow the model of Magic the Gathering.
I mean, they really do. Like, it's still a new game, especially when you've tried something and it hasn't worked. Like, admit that you did something wrong and move on. And, I mean, with their cards, they're copying stuff from everyone.
Right.
Like, it's fine, whatever. You're doing it anyway. Just make sure everything is good.
I mean, I think that they're going to... They took a lot of feedback from people who took the test, because the biggest thing is people didn't know they passed until a week later, whatever. They said that they're going to tell people, they didn't, which, okay, everyone that did the best that they could. I get it.
Yeah.
But to make the judge program, to make Force of Will successful, you need the judge program, like, solid.
Yeah.
So, you don't have to have, everyone doesn't have to be a level 1, everyone doesn't have to be a level 2, whatever. They can be, judges that help out, but at least they know the test was done right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll revisit the judge program once they fix that.
And then if you're in Canada, you can go to the Fan Expo that happens in Toronto. September 1st through the 4th, and you can get the chance to purchase an exclusive white Force of Will hoodie. That looks pretty sweet.
Oh, wow.
It is amazing.
And then you also get one of those Keeper of Present Randy promos that
I
we
don't
saw
care.
previously.
I
You're
just
gonna
want
go to Canada for the hoodie?
Just for the hoodie. I would pay, let's see, when I went a year ago,
$39.95.
it was like,
I'm sure it's like
the ticket to Canada was
$59.95.
like 600 round trip. So 600, you're there for a day. So you stay one night in a hotel.
and that gets you on
That's
the
like-
list because you're going one place for a day with no luggage.
Yep. So you don't have to worry about customs. Well, you have to worry about customs. You don't have to worry about the.
Just movie.
Like, why are you going there? How much is it at Expo? Probably like what, $100?
Probably.
So it's about
Per day.
$1,000.
It's $1,000. You get the hoodie.
Yeah,
Worth
get
it.
the hoodie.
Worth it. Worth every penny. And then you find it online for like $10.
But I went there.
Well, that's like the Appreciate stuff now. I saw, I think it was Core. They had it on there for $250. I was like, okay, whatever.
$250.
Yeah. Or no, it was $350. I think they
Yeah,
raised
so
it
again, if you're in
$100.
Toronto, September 1st through 4th, go pick up a hoodie or pick one up for Justin, mail it to him.
Yes, I will.
He
pay
will love
for
you
it,
long
please.
time.
So
Um,
long. So long.
Really quick, some clarification on the Val 2.0 thing that we discussed last podcast. Any official decision, this is straight from Stephanie Shaw, head judge, level 1. Any official decision on Valentina will be made in the CR 6.0, which will be out shortly after Lapis drops. At that point, either no announcement will be made if she cannot gain God's Art, or announcement will be made if she can gain them, depending on what Japan decides to do. But the reasoning will be when Val's automatic ability resolves, it puts a continuous effect on this card, which affects both sides of the card. However, this was not the original intent behind Val to be able to have names or gods' arts on her ruler side. Obviously, this comes into play because of the new getting rid of the Astral Ruler rule that comes in play. So it'll be interesting to see what Japan does. I personally think she should not get them on her ruler
No,
side.
you shouldn't be able to be on your ruler side in God's Art. That's
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too. The intent was Reflect Refrain not to be the most dominant ruler either, and they got rid of that card. So they might side with it. They might actually let that
No, I
happen.
don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think they will.
All right. So you guys both say they won't do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said they will.
All right.
Someone's got to disagree.
And then in another last little bit, there is a new Lapis Cluster starter campaign where you can get a Boar's Returned Adventurer exclusive PR card.
Love
It's kind
promo
of
cards.
interesting what they're
It's
doing.
really cool.
So basically, you go to your LGS, you buy a starter pack, you post a picture on Twitter or Facebook, you show it to your shop person, and they give you a free promo card. Seems cool. And it's got the little stamp, kind of like the Quest
Clear.
Quest Clear ones, that says Adventure Starts. And it's a full art Boar's Knight of the Round Table card.
I think that's really cool they're doing that. Because one, it's free advertisement for them.
Yep.
And two, it's free advertisement for them.
And you get
Like,
a promo
yeah.
card for saying that it's getting a deck that you're going to play anyway, that you're going to get anyway.
It's really cool.
And you get two boosters with that starter deck and dice.
Yep. Value.
Value.
Complete value. Gosh.
Hey, Justin.
What?
Justin. We're going to do previews.
I'm done.
Let's
we
call
can
it
just
that.
skip
Let's
it.
call
Yeah,
it
we
that.
don't need to
Oh,
do
that's
this.
fine.
I don't think anybody really cares what's in this.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody's done listening. They just cared about those RR stealth decks that we revealed in the top 8.
Hey,
That's
we're-
all they cared about.
We're up to 7 people watching right now on YouTube.
Well, that's not top 8.
I know who you 7 people are. Well, we know 2 of them at least.
Did you enable comments this time?
You can't. It's a live chat. You can't comment. You can chat over here.
Is anybody chatting?
People are chatting.
Are they,
Yes, we are reading the
not
chats.
even telling us.
Are we?
Yeah.
You are.
Well, he is.
I
We're
am.
not.
We're
we
just
can't
talking.
see it on the TV back here. But
You can. I mean. Oh no. You can
no,
see
he
it.
can't.
Hey, you guys have laptops. You can hop on this YouTube thing as well.
There's not enough room. If I brought my Mac, it'd be like my mic would be over here, and it'd be like, okay, guys, let's do this.
That sounds like a personal problem to me. You should work
Sometimes
on that.
it's too big.
You should work
I don't
on
know
that.
what to tell you.
Size does matter.
CCG Prime wants me to tell you, Ruben. I'm reading the chat. That
He wants you to
it is
tell
3 boosters with the starter, not
Oh, it's
2.
3?
Is it? What?
Yes.
Thanks. Awesome.
All right.
That's even better.
Yeah. I thought it was just. I could just order it.
Does anybody know what the price is?
It's
that's
$24.95. 24 something. Yeah.
Value.
If you
Heck
get it,
yeah.
if you get it at Walmart, it's $24.95. Everywhere else, it's $24.99.
That rollback prices.
Mm.
Yeah. We got the cheapest
But
price
they might
in
have
town.
competitive
4
pricing.
cents.
Well, watch out.
And 2 dice. All right,
I'm excited about the dice.
knock it off, dude.
What does CG Prime
Don't
say
even
about
go
that?
there. All right, let's get into some spoilers. So we've got light spoilers, and we've already seen Peter Pan in the teaching deck, but we also get a Resonator Fairy Tale, Eternal Boy, Peter Pan. He is a 500, 600, 3-drop light resonator with flying. When this card enters your field, search your deck for a Fairy Tale resonator with total cost 1 and put it into your field, then shuffle your deck. This could be good depending on what 1-drop Fairy Tales, especially if they come back out with the Cheshire.
Yeah, this is good. I mean, I'm just thinking of SKH right now, so go ahead. Put all these fairy tales in my deck.
Especially if you play with Grimm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yes.
I'm gonna. Especially if you do like to tell a fairy tale, you get him. He comes in the field. Then you get another one. You get a Cheshire. Then you get to draw 2, put 1 back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get like 3 resonators. Whatever. No
This seems
biggie.
good.
Value.
Then we have a edition, 3-drop light edition, Neverland, the parallel world. At the beginning of your turn, remove the top card of your deck from the game. If it is a Fairy Tale resonator, you may play it this turn.
So Cheshire's
Seems
coming
good.
back. It has to with that combo.
I like the art though. Look at that. The boat in the background.
You know who flies the boat?
Now, so let's see. So it says
That's
at the
Tinkerbell there,
beginning
too.
of your turn. So that's before you draw, correct? Or is it? Because that's the start of your turn.
Yeah.
So that would
Beginning
be
of turn.
yeah. If they came back with some kind of Cheshire effect, you could top deck.
Play that with Shion.
Yep.
Shion fairies.
Yep.
That'd be kind of cool. Or Shion fairy tales, not
Yeah.
fairies. And it's cool because you could literally run, 4 of these and a deck full of fairy tales, like nothing but fairy tales almost.
Yeah.
And you automatically get a resonator at the beginning of your turn free.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if it's free, because I think you may
Remove
still have
the top
to.
card. If it's a fairy tale resonator, you may play it this turn.
So it doesn't say you can play it for
okay.
free.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have to
I did
see.
misread
We'll have to
that.
see what the
Oh,
ruling.
okay, yeah.
I think
We'll have to see what the ruling on
Eh.
that is. Is can you play it or can you play it for free? I think you still have to pay for it.
I think you do.
Yeah.
That
Which
makes-
still is not bad.
That's worded kind of oddly though.
Yeah,
They-
remove
they-
the top
they
card of
could've-
your deck from the game. If it's a fairy tale resonator, you know what? This reminds me of that magic card. What was it that you could play it?
Oh yeah, it goes
You
in
know what I'm talking
exiles and you can play it before it's
Yeah,
on
yeah,
your
yeah,
turn.
yeah.
You know why they did this?
Oh, wait a minute.
Alisar's fairy tales.
Done.
Done.
Oh, it does say play it this turn. Okay, I was gonna say maybe if it did say play it this turn and it was kind of like Lumia.
Oh yeah, you can
That-
play them
ooh.
from here. That would be cool. Girl's
Lumia
hair is
fairy
crazy.
tale. Because it gets exiled, you can always play it with her.
I'm gonna use RR.
Then we have Dreaming Girl Wendy. So we have Peter Pan. We get Wendy. She's a 200, 300, 1-drop fairy tale resonator of the light variety. Whenever another fairy tale resonator enters your field, recover this card. This card gains +200/+200 as long as you control a magic stone and control no special magic stones. As long as you control Peter Pan, this card cannot be attacked and gains flying.
That's kind of cool. So mono white.
Yeah.
Mono white, no special stones.
Interesting. Well, with your starter deck, you're pretty much all going to get mono stones
I
anyway.
guess
So
that's true,
yeah.
I I keep forgetting these are like the starter decks. I'm just thinking these are regular spoilers.
Well, these ones I think are regular.
Are these the regular?
Yeah, these are regular because the
I always see
starter
these
deck
things
is the
confused.
vampire deck, which we'll get into.
Oh,
But
yeah,
still,
that's
you
right.
could
Yeah.
put it in your
Yeah.
starter deck.
I'll put
then
it
we-
in that starter deck. You better believe
Then
it.
we get Retelling Stories, which is a 2-drop chant light spell. Put any number of target fairy tale resonators from your graveyard on top of your deck in any order. Then draw a card.
So that has some good
In
synergy.
any order.
Yeah.
You want to write my board
Gosh.
of fairy tales? Sure, I was gonna back next turn.
Again, recursion is always good,
Yeah.
and then you get to the draw a card is just stupid on
Even
top
better,
of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially for 2.
anything, and then just pull it, and then I could go and cast what I just drew.
Yeah.
Oh, this card's great.
This card is really good. Dreams of Flight. It is a 1-drop light quick cast chant with Remnant. Good. Force 1, roll a die. Target J Resonator gains plus X100, and flying until end of turn, where X is the result of the roll. That is a good card.
Yeah, especially for 1.
Yeah. Let's hope you roll good.
That is insanely good, and it has rim in it, so you're gonna... Hold on. Let me not put my foot in my mouth. Yeah, so you can play it 1 to do it, you get +6. Do it again, +6.
And flying.
If you're not gonna get +6 both times, but...
Still, good you are.
You're at least getting +2.
Yeah, for 1. And flying. The
Or
flying,
no,
I think,
for
is the...
2. If you do it twice.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, continue.
You gotta show him, not me.
Then we
I
get
have it on my phone in my
Captain
hand.
Hook, the pirate. So we have Peter Pan, and we get Captain Hook. Captain Hook is a 3-drop water resonator fairy tale with a 1,000 attack and 1,000 defense. When this card enters your field, choose 1. Put up to 2 target special magic stones on top of their owner's magic stone deck in any order, or return up to 2 target resonators to their owner's hands.
That is awesome.
That's like Hamlin's Pied Piper, but just a little bit more crushing blow.
I like Hamlin a lot better.
Yeah, but this one like
Whole lot
slows
better.
their tempo down. They have to start
Get
back
2
with the
stones
stones.
behind.
Hamlin permanently taps their resonators.
Yeah, but you can kill Hamlin. This one you can't get the stones back unless you draw them again.
Yeah,
That's tempo loss right there.
that's major tempo loss. Especially if you do a Xion turn 2 or turn 3, take them back to 1. If you don't win that game, you're doing something wrong.
Time to catch up, son.
So yeah.
In any order, or return up to 2 target residents on almost hand. Yeah, that card is just so good. That's a good way to win now or slow them down. This card's great. Let's go to my SKH deck.
CCG Prime says better than Piper.
That's what I said.
Well, he's backing you up, dude.
Thanks, buddy. Like this guy.
I mean, just because he's banging it up doesn't mean he's right.
Well, Pied Piper is a good card, but this card is tempo. It has 2
I feel
options.
like Pied Piper's because it can tap down the resonators. Like, yeah, you still have to kill it. Okay, I get that. But, like, they're still tapped. And you can just swing into them.
Okay. Tempo
Especially
loss.
if you're doing Piper with Elizabeth.
You know what? Why not use both? Okay, let's just use both of these guys.
Because that's 5 each. That's a little expensive.
I mean, how many 5 drops you can put in your deck?
And you can't
2
play
and 2.
Grim Cluster anymore. So there's that big thing.
You know what? There's other ways to play Grim Cluster.
It's more than 6 ways to skin a dog.
Then we have Fairy of Neverland, who's a 2-drop light resonator, fairy tale / fairy, so you got double fairy going on, flying. Fairy tale resonators you control with total cost 1, gain flying, and she's a 500/500.
That's good. They can be in a fairy tale or a fairy deck.
That's
pretty
good.
It's not all fairies fly, right?
Not
There's
all
like
of them.
1 or 2 of them.
There's
that
2 or
don't.
3 that don't.
But
Well, we
that's-
want those to fly.
But this is
Wind
fairy tale
sprites,
resonators.
Um,
So like Wind Sprite and stuff like that, those are all fairies, not fairy tales.
Ah, good
So
point.
they don't get this buff.
yeah, they don't get the buff.
It's kind of weirdly worded, because I can't think of many 1-drop fairy tales that you're like, oh man, I really wish they had flying.
Chesh.
Tinkerbell.
I mean, you can't play that though. Or
There's
you
the
can
new
play it with
Tinkerbell.
Wanderer.
There's the new Tinkerbell.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh
it's not
yeah,
supposed
that's
to be.
right. We haven't gotten there, George. Gosh, you're pulling up.
No, we did. That was like revealed like
I agree with George.
a while ago.
I thought we haven't. No, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
No, Tinkerbell is the next. It's the second to next.
No.
Yeah.
No, because
Yeah, you're
they
looking right.
released.
Alright, next card.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Mermaid of Neverland, a 3-drop water resonator, 600/600. When this card enters your field, draw a card.
Seems solid.
It's okay.
Kind of expensive though. Should have been 2.
And then we're back at Peter Pan. So where's Tinkerbell?
You just keep going. It's right there.
We'll get it eventually.
All right.
Fine.
Wind,
Water. Earth.
heart.
So then we have the Winds
Hearts.
previews.
I love the stamped cards. They're so pretty.
Let's see.
I want
We've
to play
got
elves just because all of the elf
Elves
cards
are
are so
amazing.
pretty.
They're great.
They're-
If I get any starter deck, it's gonna be the elf one.
I'm getting all of them.
Well, yeah.
Like,
If I had a choice, I'd pick the elves.
If I had a choice, I'd buy all of them.
Okay.
And I do, because this is America.
What the heck is this?
It's called a cell phone.
No, but like I went and pushed the next arrow and it showed me reflected frame.
It's like,
I ain't going anywhere.
Mine does the same thing.
Did it? Did it? I'm not gone yet.
Did it?
Suckers.
Yeah, you
I'm
gave
coming
us a
back.
bad link, by the way.
Hey, I took the link right off the Force of Will page.
They
so-
give us literally the one card that it goes
Oh, I'm good. I don't know what you guys are looking at.
The link you put in the document takes you to the very back of the card.
Bastion.
Aaron say about it?
Calm down. Lay down. Lay down. So we have
Yeah, it's such some heavenly gust.
we have Sorceress of Heavenly Winds melee. That's where my link starts. I don't know where you guys are going.
Yeah, and then go right.
Go right?
Yeah. What?
I don't know what you guys are
It's 'cause you're not
smoking.
on mobile.
I don't know what you guys are smoking. But I'm
Okay,
fine.
well, we
Anyway.
gotta
Whatever
find
it is.
whatever link you're
So
on.
we get a Resonator Elf, 300, 600 for 2, with Quick Cast. When this card enters your field, prevent all damage that would be dealt to target Jade Resonator this turn. If you play 2 or more cards this turn, and then you can also rest her to produce any will attributes. So mini
are you
feats.
kidding
me? This is great.
So this is like when Reflect first came out and you flash in Feasting.
Yep.
This is a cheaper Feasting that's better.
Yep.
No, that's all it is a copy of Feasting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except
Lower stats.
It was what?
As a
drop.
3-drop,
It
it's
was a
5/7.
5/7.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what.
Feasting is a little better. Except for the fact...
for one less, this is way better.
Yeah, but Feasting you can use as a
As a
what do you
what?
call it? Offensive juggernaut.
Yeah,
This guy
that's true.
is-
I mean, you could use this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great card, don't get me wrong. But you also have to play 2 cards this turn for it to be able to protect the ruler, which is
Who cares?
cool.
Play
I
Regalia.
don't
Hold on to
I don't
Regalia.
even want it to protect them. I want it for
I
extra
just like the
mana.
ramp.
Ramp.
Yeah, I just like
Who
the
cares
ramp.
about protecting?
Turn one.
Any color for 2.
What is it?
Yeah,
Turn
that's
1,
good.
the Sacred Elf is the one that just
Yeah.
released, and then this turn 2. This is
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
You're
No,
up
not even
4.
turn 2. You played it in control. Okay, it gets back to my turn. Well, I guess I should use this mana. And then you're up 2.
Yeah.
This is dumb.
Then we have Magic Stone Analysis, which is a 2-drop chance. Search your Magic Stone deck for a non-special Magic Stone and put it into your field. Then shuffle your Magic Stone deck.
That's
You know what's so
cool.
good about this card? Is you can still play,
What?
of course, your normal special magic stone, and you can run another stone just to add the value to it, since you already know you're going to get the card. I like this card so much. I would. It's like more ramp. Ramp.
Yeah, that's all green is.
Then we have Red Riding Hood makes a
Card's so
return.
pretty.
She's a 2-drop,
So pretty.
300, 400. Yeah, I love the art on this card.
She's just like winking.
She is a Resonator Fairy Tale. When this card is put into your graveyard from your field, put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into your field rested. This card gains plus 400, plus 300 as long as you control 5 or more Magic Stones. This card gains Swiftness, First Strike, and Precision as long as you control 7 or more Magic Stones. So it could
Can we just take a
become
moment?
it can become a 700 Swiftness, First Strike, Precision.
And it gets you a stone.
And it gets you a stone if it
For
dies.
2! For 2!
Yeah,
That's
she's good.
insane!
She is really
So
good.
basically, early game it's okay. Late game it's amazing.
better. Yeah. That's
I think
a
it's-
value card. Early game it's good, and
For
late
real.
game it's even better. That's a great card.
I mean, I think
and it's purdy. It's purdy.
It's gorgeous.
It's purdy.
I mean, it's a little red. What more
Yeah.
do you need? Okay, gotta move on.
Then we have Secluded Elven Village. What is that font?
I think it's
Amon-
Arial 6 point.
Amondsville. We're gonna go with
Sure.
Amanzul.
Amondzul.
That actually sounds cooler.
It really does. That's how it should be darkness.
Yeah.
Elf, J Resonators you control gain 0 plus 200. It's okay. J Resonators your opponent controls with flying cannot attack your Resonators. J Resonators you control can block J Resonators with flying. That's good.
Wow.
For one?
For one.
For one! Holy cow. So, okay, you're gonna have a flying. Okay, I don't care. Whatever, I'm gonna chump block it for days.
And they can't attack your Resonators. So even
I wanna play Green Turbo Arthur again. That's what I want. It'll be viable. Especially this dude in the beard.
Then we have Wiseman of Amondzul or Amondsville. 400, 2-drop Resonator Elf.
Amityville. Sounds horrible.
When this card enters your field, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, put an Elf Resonator from among them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order.
Yeah.
He's good with elves. And that's it. Then we have Kreia, Musician of Winds, for 3.
Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay.
She's a 500, 700 Elf Resonator, Wind Resonator. When this card enters your field, search your deck for an Elf Resonator with total cost 1, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. If you play 2 or more cards this turn, put that Resonator into your field instead. Rest of recovered elf resonator you control, target elf J resonator gains +100/+100 until end of turn.
God, that's
Seems good.
And she's
You're going to search for your ramp.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get more ramp out there.
And it can come into the field.
Yeah.
You play a 1-drop in her.
Yeah.
Then we've got another 1-drop elf, elf of the Gusty Hill. She is 400/400.
There's your one.